region with a focus on shaping a multilateral system that is equitable and serves the interests of all. One of our Caribbean community's greatest strengths is our ability to project a united voice. For us, this is a vital mechanism for ensuring we can be heard and can influence global decision-making. This has been so from the earliest days of the community, whether we were supporting the dismantling of apartheid in Southern Africa, demanding the respect for territorial integrity of all of our member states, or calling for negotiated approaches to achieving peace and stability. While reaching common positions from diverse national interests is complex, as we have demonstrated over the years, the ability to coordinate foreign policy positions, which demonstrates the community remains a most effective means of navigating an unpredictable global landscape. None of our small nations can effectively confront these challenges in isolation. Working together is therefore not an option, it is an imperative. Mr. Chair, Ministers, every decision we make in our meetings, whether at the level of the Conference of Heads of Government, the Community Council, the COFCOR, or other organs and bodies, has a direct bearing on the economic and social well-being of our people. We therefore look forward to meaningful outcomes that will strengthen CARICOM's capacity to address those needs and to adapt and respond strategically to an ever-changing, always challenging international environment. I thank you very much for this opportunity, Mr. Chairman. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Secretary General. May I now invite the outgoing chairman of the COFCOR, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas.
Good morning. I apologize for this drama. Let me firstly recognize all who are here, especially our specially invited guests, our ministers of government, our distinguished Secretary General and her team. And I noticed that Chet Green is here. Let us give him a round of applause for being elected. So, distinguished colleagues, Your Excellencies, members of the media, of course, I want to begin by emphasizing that the global arena is unpredictable. On one hand, states portray themselves as adhering to democratic principles, human rights, democracy, the rule of law, etc. However, what we have seen over this past year is maybe considered the opposite. States' self-interest has taken priority over the global common good, over global peace, and over human security. From one hemisphere to the next, you get the very clear impression that global norms and international rules are non-existent. What does this mean for us here within the Caribbean community, especially as ministers of foreign affairs? Here is the challenge for foreign policy practitioners of small island developing states. We are tasked every day with navigating this unpredictability while staying true to the rule of law and international norms, while curating our own relationships with international norms, and while relationships with our traditional and non-traditional partners are changing, and while managing the real expectations of those within our own borders for a better life. This year, 2025 to 2026, under my chairmanship, was nothing short of interesting. When my chairmanship began, we were well into the Israeli-Hamas conflict and the Russia-Ukraine crisis and the effects on their peoples and the wider global community. President Trump was already in the White House for his second term. US global tariffs threw the entire world into a tailspin. The Vatican had just chosen Pope Leo XIV, and we were still pursuing this multinational security support, the MSS, to address the power vacuum alongside our own brothers and sisters in our Republic of Haiti. The member states of the United Nations have been advocating and continues to advocate for the United Nations to reflect its 193 member states. Also, we were still on a high, having just elected our own brother, Albert Ramdin, as Secretary General of the Organization of American States. What has changed today as we reflect? Venezuela is under new leadership. Nicolas Maduro is now facing charges in a US court, and Her Excellency Delcy Rodriguez has taken the reins of government. As a direct result of pressure on Venezuela, Cuba is now undergoing its most challenging period since the revolution. Without fuel, electricity, of course, cannot be generated. And without electricity, essential services are also stalled. And without essential services, the most vulnerable people, of course, they are suffering. Most of us have medical students in Cuba, and it remains a top priority for all of us, to the point where we had to formulate emergency removal of our students if it became to that. In addition, warfare in the Middle East, it has intensified. The Israeli-Hamas war is, of course, has been overshadowed by the US-Israeli-Iran war that is still, to some extent, ongoing. Unfortunately, the war expanded through Iran's bombing of their neighbors in the Middle East. And this drone warfare has killed innocent persons and also, of course, has battled and has continued to some extent, to halt and reverse progress that was made economically. But all of these, of course, encounters are attached to our close partners, and I dare say close friends of CARICOM. I must say that within the last month, there, of course, was a global scare at the hantavirus, a very specific hantavirus strain that transmits from person to person. It is reported that patient 0 was in fact exposed to the virus while in Argentina, and it spread to persons who were in close proximity for a prolonged period of time. While the experts have said that it's it is not, I should say, another COVID-level pandemic, the global population has, however, been triggered. Within the last week, the World Health Organization, it has already declared a global health emergency for a more deadly strain of Ebola. Uganda and the DRC, the Dominican Republic of Congo, have seen an outbreak in the rural areas. And it could definitely spell disaster if it spreads to urban areas across the African continent. So during my tenure, a few member states have exercised their democratic rights to elect their governments. These were executed without political upheaval, without fear, and of course, without much disruption in the way of life. They have resulted in various outcomes, and that is the stability, to a large extent, of our region. The citizens of the Republic of Suriname and St. Vincent and the Grenadines successfully unseated administrations and resulted in changes in their own foreign ministers. We welcome them all. Again, we see that the Bahamas and Jamaica were unique, where the administrations were able to win the confidence of the people and retain their foreign ministers. Welcome back, guys. We love you. Congratulations on your appointments again. It is of no use, really, boasting about the region's stability and its commitment to democratic transition until we can boast about a peaceful, prosperous Republic of Haiti. The stability of Haiti remains a top priority for our Caribbean community. The United Nations is implementing the Gang Suppression Forum and the United Nations Support Office in Haiti. We are happy to receive intermittent reports and updates from the Special Representative for the UN Secretary General on progress made in Haiti. More importantly, it is our hope that with consistent monitoring by the eminent persons group, the EPG, we will, of course, remain informed and be able to respond wherever necessary. These, my dear friends, are the key events that we must observe closely as they serve as tipping points as we hold to our mandate of improving the lives of our citizens through astute diplomatic engagement. Have we achieved the mandates of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas? This is a question that has to be answered by us all. Because you see, on Article 16, subsection B, we have maintained, and in some cases, we have deepened our own intra-regional relationships. Subsection B, we have also achieved some foreign policy conditions as we have CARICOM position on a number of international issues. We also continue to work toward our own joint representation in partners around the world. Subsection C, we also, of course, can say that we have coordinated common positions in major governmental organizations. Subsection D, many of the COFCOR ministers are the quoted ministers. and we are able, therefore, in most cases, to come to common trading positions among ourselves. Subsection E, in many cases, we have coordinated a common position as it relates to third states, other regional groupings, and their governmental organizations. Often I wonder, is this really enough, my dear colleagues? Also, we have become closer to adhering the dreams of our forefathers that was in fact hard for the region. Are the impacts of our decisions felt by our own individual populations? Can our young people recognize this work that we are doing for them and for the future in this body? Are we fulfilling the dreams and the aspirations of our young people in particular? These are the basic questions I want all of us to think about as we move forward today. Finally, I take the time to express my own sincere gratitude to each of you, my colleagues, to thank all of you for your participation and all of your efforts in ensuring that the COFCOR year ended as a success. Whether it was getting to a consensus on CARICOM responses to events, or the unplanned virtual meetings in order to coordinate positions. Your willingness to surrender your time to consider these important issues has offered stability during a time where instability is quite rampant. To the hardworking Secretariat staff, I want to thank you all for always executing your duties professionally and in a timely fashion. I know how difficult it can be to reach me, but you were able to break through and provide the much needed updates. And so, my dear people, congratulations to all of you, to our new chair. I pledge to work in tandem with you and, of course, support you during your tenure as chair of this great body. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Douglas. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, before we proceed, may I kindly request that your mobile phone is placed on silent. May I now invite Nax Alacondre Dance Ensemble for a multicultural performance. Thank you, Nax Alakondre Dance Ensemble, for that marvelous performance. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, it is my high honor and esteemed privilege to invite for his opening remarks the incoming chair of the 29th regular meeting of the Council for Foreign and Community Relations, COFCOR, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Business and Cooperation of the Republic of Suriname, His Excellency Melvin Bova.
Thank you, Jair, for this introduction. And I would say, as the wonderful ladies of the Nax Assembly were letting us enjoy not only the dancing, but very little of what Suriname has to offer. And one thing you need to know is to answer the question, Fawaka, which means how are you? And how are you really doing? So Fawaka, boom. Fawaka, 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 boom. If you come to Suriname, that is at least, and I know my colleague Fitz Bramble knows, and Armstrong, Alexis also know, and many of you amongst us. Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, ASG, and team. Dear colleague Ministers of Foreign Affairs of the Caribbean Community, I would also recognize our special guest, my friend and colleague Minister Vivian Balakrishnan from Singapore, welcome. And also my friend and brother Omar from the United Arab Emirates, Special Envoy to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, also the Vice Minister of the Republic of Japan. Members of the Cabinet, all members of Suriname's portfolio in the CARICOM, dear colleagues, good morning. Members of the National Assembly, the chair and the members of the Standing Committee, ambassadors to the CARICOM, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. One, all protocol observed. One sweet odi, a pleasant good morning. On behalf of the President and the government, and also the people of the Republic of Suriname, it's my distinct honor to extend cordial greetings and a warm welcome to you. Here in Paramaribo, the historic inner city, inscribed as an UNESCO World Heritage since 2002, where we here gathered in the spirit of our Caribbean community, CARICOM, united in purpose and guided by our shared aspirations. The Republic of Suriname is delighted to host the 29th regular meeting of the Council for Foreign and Community Relations in a nation known for its vast rainforest and unique flora and fauna, immense cultural diversity, rich culinary high stands, which is politically correct for good food and drinks, and enduring spirit of our hospitality. Suriname and its current government are committed to the Caribbean community as President Simons prepares to join the Bureau of Heads of Government in July this year as the incoming chair of the community. In this regard, we also see the need for a renewed focus in Suriname's portfolio, amongst others as well, within the CARICOM as we emphasize the need for youth, sport, culture, and gender affairs, and equally the heightened attention to deepening the CARICOM industrial policy and further regional integration. Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Suriname assumes the CARICOM, the COFCOR chair during a very tumultuous time within the global arena. We equally meet at a critical moment for our nations and the wider region as we intensify our focus on sustainable resource management and the energy transition sectors in which Suriname continues to play an essential role. As we get ready today, I am reminded the profound strength that comes from our unity. The agenda before us reflects the complex realities of our times, requiring us to consciously navigate an evolving global landscape while addressing pressing regional issues, including climate change, energy security, food security, and connectivity. This will, in the time ahead, under certainly my leadership in the COFCOR, together with you, require emphasis from us as a council. At the same time, our people want to see results emanating from foreign policy and international relations. In this regard, our collective voice is crucial as the COFCOR provides the policy guidance necessary to advance the shared vision and development goals of our community. The community's intensified engagement with a diverse array of emerging and established development partners underscores our commitment to positioning CARICOM as a strategic partner on the global stage. Building up upon the significant momentum generated by recent engagement with key partners in the Middle East, North and South America, Africa, and Asia, and also Europe, the Council is now positioned to proactively steer these bilateral ties. The process extends to a critical assessment of the outcomes and the necessary follow-up actions from our latest ministerial dialogues, ensuring that these historical relationships remain dynamic, responsive, and mutually beneficial. Equally, we should position our region as a resource-rich one and emphasize our potential that we bring to these development relations, but also to the world. Over the next 2 days, we will refine our unified positions for critical international fora, including the upcoming Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. Furthermore, the following OAS meeting, the UN General Assembly in September, and COP31. Closer to home, the COFCOR remains steadfast in its support for our sister nation of Haiti. We will assess the progress made by the Eminent Persons Group APG and the Ministerial Policy Group, remaining encouraged by the meaningful steps taken thus far. Crucially, the Council will advance discussions on several other issues involving member states as we continue to support the maintenance and preservation of our sovereignty and national integrity, as well as the potential resources that we have. During our retreat tomorrow, and it will be a nice and adventurous one, I want to prepare you on that, we will reflect on geopolitical concerns directly affecting our sustainable development and discuss implications of community enlargement. This includes the review of the associate membership applications and strengthening of our foreign policy coordination in the context of rapid multilateral shifts we all know about. It is my expectation, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, that these frank and robust discussions will deliver tangible results that provide a practical path to address our current challenges through innovation, trade, and investment. Before proceeding, it would be remiss if I didn't, on our collective behalf, but our dear colleague isn't with us at this time, but he will get the message, to appreciate the outgoing chair, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, for his chairmanship of COFCOR through some challenging times. And indeed, he handed it over and mentioned, these times I take over this responsibility, even it's a very challenging time. But if we join and work together, we will survive and we will achieve what we visioned to do. Colleagues, there is no doubt. We are stronger together. Even as we recognize the challenges each of us faces on our own national fronts and the complexities of achieving common goals. But let us work steadfastly to improve the lives and livelihoods of our community and our people. And that is what foreign policy and international relations is all about. As I started off this job, I told my people it is on the one side, going to meetings, having nice talks and deliberations, making sometimes nice pictures as we will do, but at the end, it is a result, and at the end, it are the achievements that will count for our community and our people. Through open dialogue and a commitment to our shared values, we will navigate these complexities and forge a brighter future for the region. While our agenda is indeed very demanding, it is my hope that you each will find the time to experience the unique heritage of Suriname. As mentioned, please follow the Secretary General. She knows all the places to go to have some good Surinamese food. And also for this reason, the Suriname Trade and Investment Agency mounted a conference store in the lobby area of this hotel for you to have the first-hand experience with local companies and what they produced. In closing, as we gathered here, we can all reflect on many challenges we face, indeed at the national level, also regional, and certainly on international level. However, globally we have seen increased instability threatening the livelihood of all. It is against this background that I strongly believe that not one country would be able to survive on its own. We are simply stronger together. We are simply stronger as a Caribbean community and as CARICOM. We have seen in the past and the future will prove that our meeting here in Paramaribo, Suriname needs and will contribute to a more united and stronger Caribbean community. I wish all of us fruitful deliberations. And I wish you success and all the best. Grantangi, merci beaucoup. I thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. May I now invite Ms. Giora Ayauna for the singing of the CARICOM song titled Celebrating CARICOM.
Distance land our forefathers came, some seeking adventure, some bound in chains. Through battle, wage and fall, through victory and pain, of freedom was gained. In homage to those gone before us, tomorrow still lands in the sun. We vow to join hands and to focus on building one Caribbean. Raise your voices high, sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our heart beat as one. Oh, celebrating song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound of victory strong, come. Through great and diverse beings or ethnicities, the bond that united are stronger than these. We dine, we pray, we love, we dance and we play, we relate to each other the West Indian way. Today as people united, determined and steadfast stand, we look to a brand new horizon, the future now firmly our hand. Raise your voices high, sing of your Caribbean pride, sing it loud and strong, feel our heartbeat as one. Oh, celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound of victory drum for CARICOM. Opo you stay CARICOM. Naki you drone CARICOM. Naki you drone CARICOM. Oh, raise your voices high, sing of your Caribbean pride, sing it loud and strong, feel our heartbeat as one. Oh, celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound of victory drums, oh CARICOM. Oh, for you sting CARICOM. Oh, hele, hele, ambo, 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 naki you drone CARICOM. Hele, hele, wow.
Thank you, Miss Iona, for that wonderful performance. May I invite Nax Alakondre Dance Ensemble for another marvelous multicultural performance.
Cariñame, wotukutarake yunda.
Shiva Magoro mama grona fuyo aye aye grona fuyo vanaisa grona fuyo
Thank you, Naksala Kondre Dance Ensemble, for another marvelous performance. May I now invite the Secretary General and all heads of delegations for the family photo. Your Excellencies, all heads of delegation, may I kindly invite you for the family photo. Opening ceremony. The official meeting will resume after a 5-minute break. Thank you.